Rasna Jape Naam Til Til Katiye, jab Bisre gobind Raye, Din Katiye. In the next part of talking about Naam and how to bring it into our life, we're going to go into a few practical steps. And the very first step we're going to talk about is the power of the tongue. The power, the ability of the tongue to connect us to God. But before I even touch on the power the tongue has, Guruji says, if your tongue does not chant the name of God, what should we do with it? Now that's a very important question to get out of the way, because once you understand what Guruji is recommending be done with your tongue, if you do not recite the name of God, then as I share with you the power of the tongue to connect you to God, we will all listen to it more attentively. So let's get this out of the way. What does Guruji say if you have a tongue, if you have the ability to speak, but you do not speak, you do not chant, you do not say the name of Lord? Then Guruji says a very, very important warning to us. Guruji says, Rasna Jape Naam. In fact, this Shabad, it's a very beautiful Shabad that talks to all different parts of our body. I'll start off with the eyes, then I'll share with you about the ears, and then we'll go to the tongue, because by then you will get a hint where Guruji is going. So the first line says, Nain na dekhe sad se nain bihalya. The eyes that do not see the holy people, the holy things in life, that do not see the holy sights, those eyes are really miserable. Nain na dekhe sad. If you don't look at the holy with your eyes, what use are these eyes? Second, Karan na sunhi naad, Karan mund kalya. If your ears do not hear the sound current of God's name, then Guruji says you might as well just plug your ears, because it's worthless having those ears if you are not listening to the sound current of God. And the third part says, Rasna Jape Naam. If your tongue does not recite the name of God, Rasna Jape Naam. What should we do with it? Til Til Katiye. Make sure you take a very sharp knife and start cutting it off a bit by bit by bit. Now, ouch, isn't that painful? Say yes. But how many of us, we have to pause here and reflect on our own lives. How many of us have been using these tongue to gossip, to speak about everything around in the world, to speak good about others too, to speak bad about others too, but more often than not, we speak the negative more than the positive. And even if we do speak something good, it is rarely about the connection to God. It is rarely about us connecting to God, but it is about everything else. And Guruji says, what use is this tongue that has been given to you that doesn't recite the name of God, that doesn't chant the name of God? It should just be cut off a bit by bit, because jab Bisre gobind Raye, Din Katiye. When the mortal, when you human being, when I as a human being forget God, when we do not recite His name, when we do not chant, then Din Katiye. Day by day, our life becomes weaker, meaningless in every way. Guruji says, burn it away, cut away that tongue that doesn't recite the name of God. Now that we know that strange, strict warning has already been given, then let's look at the positive use of this tongue that has been given. In fact, Guruji says, Sant jana mil paiye, rasna naam pana. Meet with the humble holy saints of God. You know who you will find there among those holy people? You will find God Himself. But there is a condition before you find God. And what is the condition? As you chant His Naam with your tongue. If you go to the congregation of the holy saints, you can find God there. But all you got to do is chant. Again chant. Again chant. But the point comes in, we all try. Now let's be also very honest and open with each other. There are moments of our life, we also have those down moments, and we remember we were told somewhere the power of Naam to bring away all pain and suffering, to bring away all misery and bring back happiness. And we want to chant, but there are times when we just, I don't know, nothing seems to work. And I'll tell you the reason why. Yes, we have the tongue, but we need one more thing together with the tongue before the tongue can do the right thing called chanting the name of God. And that one thing is the mercy, the kirpa, the blessings that come only from God Himself. In fact, Guruji says, Jako apni kirpa tare. When God Himself showers His blessings upon us, then so jan rasana naam uchare. Now that we know the importance of chanting the name with the tongue, we got to just ask for one thing, and that is kirpa tare. That, oh Lord, bless me, shower your blessings upon me, be merciful upon me, so jan rasana, so that my tongue, naam uchare, can start reciting the name of God. And I'll tell you one of the beautiful benefits of chanting the name of God. In fact, it says the most terrible pains, you can be faced with the most difficult moments in your life. And as we go into the inner depths of power of Naam, from now on you'll be hearing more and more benefits of Naam that you will find it difficult not to chant. Because there are times of our life when it is a terrible moment in our life. And Guruji says, even if you are faced by the most difficult moments in your life, even if you are faced with the most terrible pains in your life, and in an instant you want to get rid of all this pain, you want to get rid of all this difficulty, you want to just move away from suffering, there is an instantaneous solution to it. And what's the instantaneous solution? Is to repeat the Naam of God with your own tongue. Mahakast kate khin Peter. Mahakast is terrible pains. Kate means to cut them away. Khin Peter, in an instant. How? Rasana Naam Chitare. If you remember the name of God, if you chant the name of God, and then what happens when these terrible pains are gone? Then Sheetal, Shant, Sukh har sharani jalti agan nivare. This fire is extinguished from our lives, and all we have is peace, tranquility, and the coolness. And all this comes if you rasana naam chitare. Again and again, the naam will just wipe out this fire. And who gave me this understanding? Can I also share with you? This wasn't something last night we just had a dream and we decided to share this secret with you. But Guruji says, Satgur Naam Bujaya, Vin Name Pukh Na Jai. It is the true Guru who himself has given me this understanding of the power of Naam. And also he says, without the Naam, hunger doesn't go away. So what do we have to do? We have to use our tongue to recite the name of God, and all of a sudden, all pain, all suffering will all go away. And who better to tell us about this but the fifth Guru, Sri Guru Arjan Dev Ji himself. Now you know about his times. He was made to sit on a hot plate. He had hot sand poured over him, and it was the very hot period of summer in the June months where the heat is so hot. And you know what? If that was not bad enough, he was then boiled in hot boiling water. But yet going through all these things, all he said was, Tera kiya meetha lage, har naam padarat nanak mange. That all I ask for, I mean, think about it. Sai Mia Mirji, a very devout Muslim fakir of the time, had come to Guruji and said, give me the instruction and I will have all this punishment that they are putting upon you stopped in an instant. But Guruji says, no, this is the will of God. Tera kiya, oh Lord, whatever you do in my life, meetha lage, seems so ever sweet to me. And all I ask for is har naam padarat. The word naam came again. All I ask from you, Vahiguruji, is that may I have your naam in my life. Because har ka naam hriday nityatyai. As I continually meditate on the name of Vahiguruji every day in my heart, not only I shall be saved, but Guruji says, Sangi, Sathi, Sagal, Tarai. Another benefit of Naam, that not just you will cross over from the worldly ocean, but by you reciting Vahiguruji's name every day, you will also bring along all your loved ones, your companions, your associates, Sangi, Sathi, Sagal Tarai. Even they will achieve salvation. And in fact, sitting on the hot plate, Sri Guru Arjan Dev Ji mentions, Gur mere sang sada hai nale simar simar tis sada samale. Everywhere I go, everywhere I am, it could be joyful moments, it could be painful moments in my life, it could be moments of utter sorrow, but yet as I simmer and simmer, not once but twice, Guruji says, simmer, simmer, as I keep meditating in remembrance of Vaheguruji, what happens is I suddenly start to cherish him and I start to feel his presence all around him. So coming back to it, Rasna Jape, it has to start with the chanting done by the tongue. And as you start to chant, this is the very first message on how to chant, how to recite. It has to start with the rasana, the tongue itself. In fact, Gurbani says if you chant the Naam, the name of Vaheguruji with your tongue, Rasna Naam Japo tab mathiye in bid amrit pavo. In this way, the amrit, the ambrosial nectar will start to flow into your life. Japo ta eko nama avar nirafal kama. This Shabad actually is such a beautiful Shabad because it talks about how you create your own body into a vessel, and then you wash this vessel of your body, and then you sit down, and then you go out there to get the milk, and as you put this beautiful clear consciousness to the milk of good deeds, and then you let it just curdle. How do you let it curdle? The Shabad is Panda Toe Bestup Devo. Very difficult for today's level, but let's not even go deeper into it. It goes into the most important lines that I'll share with you. Because as you allow it to set aside, how do you do that? Is by Japo Ta Eko Nama. Now, in fact, if you look at the whole of Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji, from the very start, there is only one command that comes in the Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji. Ik Onkar, Satnam, Karta Purkh, Nirpau, Nirvair, Akal Murat, Ajuni Sahibang Gur Prasad, Jap. And if you hear that word Jap, then it goes on to Aad Sach, Jugad Sach, Habi Sach, Nanak, Hosi Bi Sach, and the rest of the Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji. But look at the word Jap. And time and again you will be hearing this in the next few sessions, the word Jap. What is Jap? Jap is to chant. You have to chant. That is the only way, by chanting the name of Vaheguruji. Japo ta eko nama, the one name of Vaheguruji, then you will be successful. Otherwise, avar nirafal kama. Everything else otherwise that we do are not going to help. And Guruji says if you keep doing this, then what will happen? In bid amrit pavo. As you rasna naam japo tab mathiye. As the tongue keeps reciting it, then suddenly the amrit will start flowing. So what do we have to do? We have to do something very simple, and that is that every day, as I shared with you, waking up early in the hours of the morning, just like the rain bird cries out, it just wants the droplet of water. In the same way, may our prayer every day be this one prayer. May we every day cry out that say sanjog karo mere pyare, jit rasna har naam uchare. Pray every day that, oh Lord, give me the auspicious moments of my life. Give me those special seconds in my life when I can connect to you, oh my beloved. Say sanjog. Sanjog are those beautiful auspicious times of our life. Karo mere pyare. Pyare is, oh my beloved. What kind of moments should we ask for? Jit rasana. In those moments when my tongue har naam uchare. Because sun benti prabdeen deyala saad gave gun sada rasala. Listen to this benti. Listen to this prayer, O Lord, because earlier I understand in the previous session that I need your blessings. I need your mercy. Otherwise my tongue can't do anything. So Lord, what do I ask you for? Come, let's in the last few seconds bow our heads and pray to Vaheguruji that, oh Lord, oh Vaheguruji, may those beautiful moments come in our life. Say sanjog karo mere pyare, jit rasana har naam uchare. In those moments, may my tongue start, because I have learned that as my rasna sings your praises, chants your naam, then man tan nirmal hoye nihal, rasna naam japat gopal. As the tongue starts to sing the praises of Vaheguruji, of the universe of this great Lord, then my man mind, and my tan, my body, will become immaculate and blissful. So come, let's pray, because at the end of the day, you have to realize it is only those people who have been predestined to receive these blessings who can get to chant the name of God with their tongue. Guruji says, Purab likhya pavas, Nanak Rasna Naam Jape. It is only if our predestiny is there. And if it is not there, then we just got to pray for His grace, and God will bless us. And then the treasure of Naam will come to abide deep within our hearts. And it will all start to happen as we start chanting with our tongue. And then alone you will realize, Karhi andar sacha soi, you will realize God within yourself, deep within your heart. Gurmukh virla bujai koi. But Guruji says, not everyone can realize this. Only those rare Gurmukhs. Why? Because Naam Nidhan Vasya Kat Antar Rasna Naam Te Ainda. Because they with their tongues keep reciting, keep chanting, keep meditating on the name of Vaheguruji, and then they become totally drenched with the sublime essence. And through this sublime essence, with the grace of the Guruji, the mind, the body is pleased with the Naam. Gur Kripa Te Man Tan Pije, Rasna Naam Te Aaye Ras Pije, Ras Hi Te Ras Painda. And then you will realize the true essence. It will come all the way to you. So come, let's bow our heads for the last few moments and pray to Vaheguruji that, oh Lord, may my tongue and may my ears, remember I started this session also sharing that those ears may be plugged forever that don't hear the name of God. So Guruji says, Rasna Naam Karan Sun Jeeve. May my life, may I live in fact my life only by doing two things. That is chanting your name, O Lord, with my tongue. And Karan Sun Jeeve, may my ears always keep hearing your Naam. Prab Simar, Simar Amar Thir Thive. Then meditating on the remembrance of Vaheguruji, then I will become eternal, permanent and stable. We also started this session by saying those eyes that don't see the holy, they should just be cut away. Guruji says, Naini Biro Dekha Prabh Swami. With my eyes, I gaze lovingly. May I always lovingly look upon God, Vaheguruji, my master. And with my Rasna, Naam Vakhani. May I always chant with my ears, Sarvani Kirtan Suno Din Rati. May day and night I listen to the praises, the Kirtan, the singing of the praises of Vaheguruji, and Har Pani. Hirday Har Pani. And may my heart become filled with Vaheguruji. So with that, we come to the conclusion of the very first step on how to recite this mantra. And this mantra will break away all your bonds, will just bring you closer. And I conclude with the same line we started. That warning that Guruji says, if your Rasna doesn't do this, Til Til Katiye, Jab Bisre gobind Raye, Dino Din Katiye. So what should we ask for? Oh Lord, may my tongue never be cut away, because I love my tongue for other reasons too. Let's just bow our heads and pray of Vaheguruji, Jachak Mange Dan De Pyarya. Give me this gift. I'm a beggar. I have come to your doorstep, O Lord. Devan Har Datar Main Nit Chitarya. What am I asking? That daily, every day with my tongue, may I always remember you, because Nikhut Na Jai Mool Atul Pandarya. Your warehouses will never run out. God, whatever I ask for, I will get it from you. Nanak Shabad Apar Tin Sab Kich Sarya. Everything else will come to be with me. O Lord, Vaheguruji, bless me, that may my tongue always sing your praises.